Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Market Truth. This is Wednesday, January 26th. We're going to do a commodity review tonight. We don't do a commodity review every night. I just want to try to pick opportune times when there are levels to look at and so forth. Gold was a trade. I was one of the first commentaries we had a week ago. I told you on this sell-off to look for the quarterly low volatility level. That was going to be our target. This is a level that we had on the 5th of January. We had this level because that's when this upper right hand panel, that's when these lines get drawn. They get drawn on the 4th day of the month. And this level was 1321. That's where we were looking. Remember how I talked about in gold, or really any long-term trend or correction, they tend to end on the quarterly levels. And sure enough, that was the level we were looking for, 1321 in the futures. The low, what was it? 1322. That's about as close as you're going to get to picking a top or bottom. In the GLD, we nailed it as well. I mean, that was 129.07. What was a quarterly level? 129, 7 cents off the low. Let's take a look at silver, SLV. Same thing. I mean, it doesn't get any better. 26.14 was a quarterly low level. 26.03 was the actual low. Again, this is not a level where I would necessarily run in and necessarily get long, but if I was short gold or silver, that is exactly where my target would be, and I would not want to be holding a short position anymore. I would be covering that move. Let's also look at the euro. The euro, we've caught several nice moves in the euro currency. I just want to highlight a level for you guys. So if this level holds, we can come back and reference it. That is the quarterly level on the euro. You'll notice that last quarter, at the end of last year, we failed almost to the pip. 142.14 was the quarterly high level. We had a wick that went through that 142.76, and then immediately came in. That was a great. That was great for calling the top in that trend. And then the quarterly that sell-off, that 1,400 pip sell-off we had, stopped almost to the pip on the low there around 128.50. And sure enough, we've now traded up to the quarterly high volatility level again. That level in the futures, this is the Euro futures, is 136.96, currently 136.91. Just want to highlight these levels for you. So if I was looking to resell the Euro, this is a level that I would definitely be interested in selling it. However, if we get some further strength, the quarterly levels confirm it takes 3 days to basically invalidate this if we trade above it. So I would basically be looking at, it's just going to be on price action. If this thing maintains its strength, I'm probably going to look to cover it, but otherwise this is probably a great short sale. Let's take a look at corn. We're going to take a look at corn and wheat here. Want to just highlight that we've had some very strong moves in the grains. Upper right hand panel, this is the quarterly. We've had a really nice move in corn. That quarterly high level volatility level is 666. We're currently 667. That's about as close as you're going to get. You'll notice the monthlies are also, it's slightly above the monthly, but we've been struggling at the monthly and the quarterly. That's probably, if you've been long the corn and the grain markets, great areas to take off the trade. Same thing in wheat, upper right, that's the quarterly level. I'm going to give that to you in the futures. Front month is 873.73. We basically are right at that level. I think our high was 861 and a quarter. On the upper left is the monthly. We're trying to get above that. However, as I mentioned before, the monthly signals in the weekly, the daily, the quarterly, the earlier in the cycle, the better. This is the end of the month, so when we make a new monthly a monthly high volatility level on the last couple days of the month, it's not that strong of a signal. So I'm really looking more at these quarterlies. So wheat and corn both stalling out. Soybeans, let's take a look at that real quick. See if there's anything here. And I think soybeans, we failed at the monthly. Yep. So that's the upper left-hand corner here. Again, 1432 is the actual high. 1449 or so is that area. On the quarterly, 1468. Didn't quite get up there, but soybeans definitely been a little bit of a laggard on this move. So that's it for the commodity review. Watch that gold and silver.